It's the Saturday game of the week for May 23rd, 1964. Today, it's the third place Baltimore Orioles against the American League leading Minnesota Twins. And good afternoon, everybody. I'm Ron Jockett. We welcome you to Baltimore for this game between the Twins and the Birds. Minnesota is 27-6 with a 5-game lead over the Yankees, or 5.5-game lead over the Yankees, and a 10-game lead over these Baltimore Orioles. Behind Jim Cott, the Twins won the opener of this 3-game set 2-1 last night. So on the hill, we have Lee Stang for the Twins and Dave McNally for the Orioles. So here's a look at the standings. The Twins have won 6 straight. If you were with us the other day from New York, we had the Twins and the Yankees. The Twins beat the Yankees. So they've won 6 straight. I forgot what was going on. Yeah, the Twins have won 6 straight. Now they're out of their last 10 and have a run differential of 93. Not bad for a team that actually finished 4 games under 500. The Yankees are second in the American League at 21-10. They've won 2 straight and 7 out of their last 10. The Orioles are 6-4 in their last 10. They're 17-16, and boy, they need this game desperately. Not sure if the Twins can catch the Twins outright, even though there's still a lot of the season left. But they're going to need some help for the Twins, and they got to get past those pesky Yankees. In the National League, Pittsburgh still holds a 4.5-game lead over the Giants. They've come back to earth a little bit, has Pittsburgh. They've lost their last 2 and they've won 5 out of their last 10. The Giants have won 9 straight to cut the Pirate deficit to 4.5. Saturday, or next Wednesday, you will see the Giants and Cardinals, who are 18-19, from St. Louis, and the Cardinals are headed the wrong way. So that's a quick look at the standings. The National League starting to tighten up, and the American League looks like it's Minnesota and everyone else. So Dave McNally will be the pitcher this afternoon for the Baltimore Orioles. He is 2-3 with a 4.64 ERA. In 42 innings, he's allowed 38 hits, 7 home runs, walked 22, and struck out 23. And here is a lineup he will face. Zolo Versalis leads off and will play short. Ted Power is the first baseman. He'll bat second. Rich Rollins is the third baseman. He'll bat third. Bobby Vroom Vroom Allison is the right fielder. He'll bat fourth. Harmon Killebrew in left will bat fifth. Jimmy Hall, the center fielder, bats sixth. Earl Batty, the catcher, bats seventh. Bernie Allen, the second baseman, bats eighth. And Lee Stang is the pitcher, batting ninth. Defensively around McNally, Brooks Robinson at third. He's Brooks Robinson. You should know about him. Louis Aparicio, the Gold Glove at short. B. Johnson, that's not Davy Johnson, that's some other Johnson. He is at second, and Norm Seaburn is the first baseman. Boog Powell in left, Jackie Brandt in left and center, and Sam Bowens in right, with Jerry Orsino behind the plate catching McNally. So Versalis steps to the plate at 308, 4 homers and 22 RBI. The weather, it's a gorgeous early summer day here in Baltimore. 15 to winds at 15, blowing in from right, and 79 degrees. The Chamber of Commerce loves this. Strike 3 on a 2-2 swing and a miss. Starts this game, it's Vic Power at first, not Ted. Ted was a pitcher for the Reds in the 80s. Vic is the first baseman for the Twins. He's at 261, no homers and 2 RBI. Pitch from McNally is a ground ball to short. Aparicio throws it over for the second out. Rich Rollins at 336, 4 homers and 14 RBI. McNally delivers, and there's a base hit into left. Brooks Robinson couldn't really make a play on it. Boog Powell, who is not a great left fielder, bobbles the ball, so between the two, it's a single and an E7. So the Twins are in business with 2 out for Bob Allison. Bobby at 319, 9 homers and 32 RBI, and 32 homers in real life. McNally delivers, and there's a pop-up. Aparicio's under it. and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no error. After 1/2 of 1 inning, there's no score. You hear the music already. Well, let's tell you a bit about Lee Stang in 1964. With a 4.64 ERA, he is 2-0. In 33 innings, he's allowed 33 hits. He has allowed 6 home runs, 8 walks, and 38 strikeouts. In real life, he went 3-6 with a 4.73 ERA. 80 innings pitched, 98 hits. Defensively around Stang is Killebrew in left, Hall in center, and Allison in right. Allison has the best arm. Killebrew, surprisingly enough, has the best range. He's a 6. Rich Rollins is at third. Versalis is at short. He's a 9. Allen at second. And Vic Power is actually an 8 fielder at first. Earl Batty an 8 and 8 behind the plate. And here's a lineup that Stang will face this afternoon. Jackie Brandt will lead off at center field. Aparicio will bat second. Johnson will bat third and play second. Seaburn, the first baseman, cleans up. Brooks Robinson will bat fifth. Boog Powell bats sixth. Sam Bowens will bat seventh and right. Jerry Arcino behind the plate. And Dave McNally will bat ninth. Brandt at 202, 3 homers and 13 RBI. Pitch to Jackie, got him. He swung on and missed, strike 3. So that's the first out. So they play Aparicio to bunt. We will hit away at 305, a homer and 7 RBI. Pitch to Louis is a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. So here is Bob Johnson. I'm not sure that's the same Bob Johnson, but we'll go with it. At 233, a homer and 5 RBI. Aparicio a threat to steal. He will indulge. Throw down is into center field. So Aparicio had a 65% chance of getting the stolen base, and Batty threw it into center field. So Aparicio winds up on third with 1 out and a 1-0 count. Other games, as you know, we will talk about as they happen. They've started in Cleveland. The Tigers and Indians are scoreless. Here's the pitch to Johnson. There's a ground ball up the middle. That will be a poor play. Alan Dovin couldn't get it. So Aparicio scores. Johnson's on with a single, and it's 1-0 Orioles. And here's Norm Seaburn at 282, a homer and 12 RBI. Pitch to Seaburn is a line drive into left for a base hit. So the Orioles have 3 hits on Stang with 1 out. And here's Brooks Robinson at 286, 2 homers and 16 RBI. Pitch to Brooks, got him. So a 1-2 pitch on the inside corner for strike 3. And that'll bring up Boog Powell at 291, 8 homers and 18 RBI. Angels and Yankees from Yankee Stadium going on. They're scoreless in the second, and I saw that the Cubs and Reds are playing at Crossley this afternoon. Stang delivers and gets a high fly ball to right. Allison will look back, and it's going to be gone. Oh, it's off the wall, pardon me. Johnson scores. Seaburn will score. Powell will hold with a double, and it's 3-0 Orioles. So here's Sam Bowens, who was at 237, 2 homers and 7 RBI. A tremendous start for the Orioles. Bowens hits a fly ball on the left. Killebrew turns and watches it go. It's a poor start for Stang as Bowens puts one in the left field seats. So that's his 3rd of the year, and that makes it 5-0 Birds. Here's Orsino at 258, 3 homers and 20 RBI. Here's the pitch. He got him. 2-2 just below the belt, but not before the Orioles get 5 runs on 5 hits and an error. After 1 at Memorial Stadium, it's 5-0 Baltimore. So let's see what the Twins can do here. Harmon Killebrew, Jimmy Hall and Earl Batty here in the second. Killebrew at 232, 7 homers and 22 RBI. Twins in the road grays, with Twins in script in blue with a red outline, and blue hats with a white T interlocking with a red C. The Orioles in their home whites, 1 or 2 years they had Orioles in block print, across the chest with the proper bird, the ornithology correct bird on the hat. McNally deals, and Killebrew will line that in the left for a base hit. Second hit for the Twins. Here's Jimmy Hall. Jimmy does not hit lefties well at 190 on the real life split. On the season, on the cyber season, 323, 6 homers, and 22 RBI. Pitch to Hall. There's a fly ball to right. Bowens will have it, and here's one away. Detroit and Cleveland scoreless in the second. Earl Batty at 330, a homer and 20 RBI. That error on the steal by Aparicio opened up the floodgates for the Orioles in the first. Pitch to Batty. Here's a ground ball to first. Seaborn throws to Aparicio for one. Back to Seaborn for two. So a 3-6-3 double play, and that ends the inning. No runs, 1 hits, no errors. 1.5 down. It's 5-0 Baltimore. So Dave McNally at 071 and an RBI at the plate to start us off for Baltimore in the second. Stang should be good for around 135 through 31 in that rough first. Pitch to McNally is a fly ball to right. Allison comes in 1 out. So through 1 inning in the third, Stang has given up 5 hits, a homer, 5 runs. I believe they're all earned. And 3 strikeouts in 37 pitches. Jackie Brandt struck out to start the ball game. He's 0 for 1. Stang delivers, and he walked him. 3-2 curveball high and away, and that'll bring up Aparicio with 1 out. Aparicio singled, stole second, went to third on an error, and scored. He's already had a full day of work. There's a grounder to second for Salas. Takes the throw from Allen, and that's it. There's no throw to first. Brandt with a good slide, and Aparicio is on first. He has 20 steals now on the season. 2 out, they won't chance it. Here's Johnson. He's 1 for 1, an RBI single in the first. Pitch from Stang, and there's a ground ball up the middle. Stang throws it to first, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2 from Memorial, it's 5-0 Baltimore. So Allen, Stang, and Versailles here for the Twins in the third. Detroit and Cleveland scoreless in the third at Municipal. All the scores after this inning. Allen at 362, 6 homers and 25 RBI. Here's the pitch. Here's a fly ball to right center. Brandt has it, 1 out. Here's Stang. Lee is 0 for 11 on the year, 2 for 25 in real life with 2 RBI. McNally delivers, and there's a grounder to short. Aparicio to Seaborn for the second out. Julio Rosales now up. He struck out to start the ball game. McNally, 40 pitches to get through the first 9 hitters. 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, and a strikeout. Pitch to Rosales is grounded foul, third base side. So the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strike. McNally, 159 real life innings in 64. Of course, would be a big part of those Orioles championship teams in 66 and that great run around the turn of the 70s. Pitch to Rosales is a grounder to short. Aparicio fields it, throws it over to first, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2.5 down is 5-0 Birds. It'll be Seaborn, Robinson, and Powell here in the third. Norm singled and scored his first time up. Stang delivers, ball 4. So the 3-1 pitch was low, and that'll bring up Brooks Robinson, who struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch. He got him. 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. He chased the ball out of the strike zone, 1 out. Angels lead New York 1-0 in the third at Yankee Stadium. Here's Boog Powell. His 2-run double was a big blow for Baltimore in the first. Stang delivers, and Powell hits a line drive into right. That will drop for a hit. So Sebring holds at second. Powell on at first. And I'll bring up Bowens, who homered to left center. 2 RBI. That was his 3rd homer of the year and his 9th RBI. Pitch from Stang. He got him. 1-2 pitch on the outside corner. Wanted a curve and got a fastball instead. Here is Orsino. Johnny struck out his first time up, 1 of 5 on the day for Stang. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball left side. That's a base hit. Rollins should have had it. Sebring will score. Powell moves to third, and it's 6-0 Baltimore. Here's Dave McNally. He's 0 for 1. Pitch to McNally. That's going to drop for a base hit right side. Powell will score. Orsino moves to third, and it's 7-0, and that will do it for Stang. Here comes Bill Daly on the pin. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Daly is 2-0 on the year with a 3.52 ERA. 7 innings, 6 hits allowed. He has walked 6 and struck out 2. In real life, I mean, the Twins have given this game away in a 1-2 record with an 8.40 ERA. 15 innings, 23 hits, 17 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Runners on first and third. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Jackie Brandt walked, struck out. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. He walked him, so they're loaded for Louis Aparicio. 1 for 2. Singled, stole a base, reached third on an error, and scored. All that in the first. Daly delivers. There's a ground ball to first. Power throws it to Daly, and that finally retires the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Baltimore leaves them loaded after 3. It's 7-0 O's. So on the out-of-town scoreboard, the Angels lead the Yankees 4-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Bo Belinsky and Al Downing pitching in that one. Bottom 4, Cleveland and Detroit scoreless from Cleveland. Phil Regan and Tommy John going in that game. Top the 4th in Cincinnati. Cubs lead the Reds 1-0. Dick Ellsworth in search of his first win of the year. Jim Melody is in search of his 8th. He's 0-7-0. So it'll be Power, Rollins, and Allison here as the Twins just trying to chip back. Power is 0 for 1. Pitch from McNally is a fly ball to left. Powell goes in the corner. Makes the catch for the first out. Rich Rollins, a batter. He singled 1 of 2 Twins hits this afternoon. McNally delivers, grounded to third. Robinson to Sebring, 2 out. So here's Bob Allison. He's 0 for 1. He's sitting on a 6-game hitting streak. McNally delivers, ball 4. So here's Killebrew. He singled his first time up. No such thing as a 7-run homer. But if Killebrew can put some pressure on McNally, who was a 9-11 pitcher on the real season, could show some signs of wear and tear. And Killebrew gets plucked. Hit him on the knee, so that wasn't intentional. McNally looks over to see if he's okay, slams the ball in the glove, and here's Jimmy Hall, who's 0 for 1. Runners on first and second for the Twins, 2 outs here in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Hall pops one up, third base side. Robinson goes over into foul ground and makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3.5 down, it's 7-0 Baltimore. So Bob Johnson, Norm Sebring, and Brooks Robinson here in the 4th to face Bill Daly. Johnson is 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a run scored. Just the start of things in Milwaukee. Brewers and Braves and Cardinals are scoreless. I knew I'd make that mistake at some point. Here's the pitch to Johnson. Ground ball to third. Rollins over to Power, and that's 1 out. I did not call Bob Davy Johnson, by the way, in case you're wondering. Norm Sebring, 1 for 1. He has singled, walked, and scored twice. Yanks have 2 back in the bottom of the 3rd in New York. It's 4-2 Angels. Daly delivers to Seaburn, and that's a walk. Daly will do that. It's 8 on the year now, 2 today. Here's Brooks Robinson. He has fanned both times up. Pitch gets away from Batty. It's a wild pitch, so Seaburn moves to second. Fastball that Batty couldn't find at 95. Daly, as you can tell, is a bit wild. Full count to Brooks. Payoff pitch. There's a fly ball to right center. Hall should have it. He does. Seaburn retreats to second and will hold there. And there's 2 out for Boog Powell, who has singled, doubled, scored twice, and driven in 2. Now has 20 RBI on the year. Cubs lead the Reds 1-0 in the 4th. Pitch to Powell. Fly ball to right. Allison is there, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 4. The 07, the Twins, nothing. So Earl Batty, Allen, and maybe probably a pinch hitter here in the 5th. The reminder that next Wednesday, Pro Baseball 64, Wednesday Night Baseball takes you to Busch Stadium, where Sportsman Park in St. Louis, as the Cardinals and the Giants play, as they try to chase down the Pittsburgh Pirates. And on the board at the moment, a rare Red Sox game in this replay, as the Minnesota Twins will host them. Play all these Twins games this weekend. I haven't had the chance to actually play them. I play against them. So the Cardinals and the Giants are definite next Wednesday from St. Louis, and tentatively scheduled the Twins and the Red Sox from Bloomington. So here's Batty. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Batty. Draws a walk. So McNally has walked 2 this afternoon. Will face Bernie Allen. Bernie is 0 for 1. Pitch. Here's a grounder up the middle. Johnson flips it over to first in time for the out. So 1 out for, I would imagine, a pinch hitter here. Yep. Johnny Gorel, who I believe managed the Twins later on, is hitting .083, not in 64 he didn't, with no homers and an RBI. A 140 hitter on the real year. Hits lefties at an .086 clip. Batty in scoring position, top the 5th, 7-0 Baltimore. Here's the pitch. McNally got him. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that flips the lineup. So as Minnesota starts their 3rd time through, McNally has thrown 4 2/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs. He has walked 2 and struck out 2. And done it on a tidy 74 pitches. So here's for Salas. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Salas grounds it to second, no matter how you say it, and grounds out. That retires the side. Halfway home in Baltimore. Go to war, Miss Agnes. Your team's up 7-0. So Bill Fisher comes in. Bill, not the best pitcher on the planet. A 1-2 record, a 12.91 ERA, 7 innings, 15 hits allowed, 4 homers, walked 3, and struck out 3, and has given up a tiny .417 batting average. He'll face Bowens, Orsino, and McNally here in the 5th. Fisher, if he sounds familiar to some of you in New England, was the pitching coach for the Red Sox in the late 80s. That looks to be a bad Topps airbrush for that picture. Maybe they wore red under some sleeves, but I think Kansas City started wearing green and yellow in the mid-60s. Anywho, here's Bowens. He had a big 2-run homer early, and he's going to put this one into the gap in left center. He has extra bases. He goes to second. He's now 2 for 3. And that'll bring up Johnny Orsino, who is now 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Orioles turning this one into a laugher. 7 runs on 9 hits for Baltimore with an error, and they've stranded 5 so far. Twins, no runs on 2 hits and an error, and they've left 4. Pitch to Orsino was a ground ball to short. Rollins to Power for the out. 1 out for McNally, who will swing away here if they're playing for the punt. My goodness, why would you bunt with a 7-run lead? Anyways, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Back to Fisher goes this one. Over to Power, 2 out. So they'll flip the lineup through, and here's Jackie Brandt as the Birds start the 4th time through. Jackie is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He's also drawn 2 walks. Pitch to Brandt. Grounder to short for Salas. To Power, and that retires the side. That was a pretty clean inning. No runs, 1 hit, and no error. After 5, it's still 7-0 Baltimore. So McNally here to pitch the 6th. Scores at the end of this full inning. Vic Power, Rich Rollins, and Bobby Allison due up from Minnesota with Killebrew on deck should anyone reach. Power is 0 for 2 and hits this one in the left center, and that's going to drop for a single. And so the Twins have their 3rd hit. Here's Rich Rollins. He has one of those hits, a single, 1 for 2. McNally delivers, and there's a fly ball into right center. That's going to be for extra bases. Brandt misread it. It's a double for Rollins. Power moves on to 3rd. I'm not sure if he was going to be able to catch it, but it took a funny hop on him on the grass, and Rock turned a single into a sure double. Didn't even have, he slid, but he didn't need to. So that brings up Bobby Allison, who is on a 6-game hitting streak. 0 for 1 with a walk. Twins looking to break on the scoreboard here in the 6th. Here's the pitch. Allison flies this one to left. Not sure that's deep enough to score Power. Powell has it. There's a tongue twister. Power will score. The throw goes into 2nd, and the Twins are on the board. It's 7-1. 1 out for Killebrew, who was 1 for 1 with a single and was hit the last time up. Hit 49 on the real year and drove in 111. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball to 3rd. Robinson with a bang-bang throw to Seaburn for the out. Rollins will hold at 3rd. So that's big. The runner stays, and that'll bring up Jimmy Hall, who is 0 for 2. Pitch to Hall. Struck him out. McNally gets around it. He swung on and missed it. Hall, and that retires the side. Twins get on the scoreboard, however, on a run on 2 hits. 5.5 on the books as Bill Fisher comes out for inning number 2. It's 7-1 Baltimore. So it'll be Aparicio, Bob Johnson, and Norm Seaburn here for the O's. Louie is 1 for 3. He scored, stole a base, reached 3rd on the air. Louie will not bunt. Grounder to 3rd. Rollins has it. Quick throw to Power, 1 out. So Fisher, as so often happens when you have a pitcher who just can't get anyone out, they come in, you expect them to get absolutely torched, and they pitch well. And if you thought that Bill Fisher would pitch better than Lee Sang when this one started, well, then you're pretty clairvoyant. Here's Bob Johnson. 1 for 3. He has an RBI single and a run scored. Here's the pitch. Grounder right back to Fisher. Throws it to Power, 2 out. So the Birds, who got 7 in the first 3 innings, have been held off the scoreboard since. Norm Seaburn, 1 for 1. He has scored twice. He has walked twice and singled. They've not retired him this afternoon. The Tribe lead the Tigers 3-1 in the 6th. Seaburn, and they still won't retire him. That's his 3rd walk of the day. So Fisher lost him with a high curveball and a 3-1 count, and that'll bring up Brooks Robinson, who has not reached base today. He's 0 for 3 and struck out twice. Fisher, tank hit knee here now. Good for around 20 pitches, and that's where he's at. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right. Allison retreats, will make the catch, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 6, it's still 7-1 Baltimore. So Earl Batty, Bernie Allen, and a pinch hitter here for the Twins in the 7th. Looking elsewhere on the out-of-town scoreboard, the Yankees have pulled ahead of the Angels 6-4. Polinsky and Downing still pitching in the bottom of the 5th. Cleveland 3-1 on the Tigers. Vic Wirt. Wirt is 3 for 3. I believe that's for Detroit. Phil Regan and Tommy John in that one at the bottom of the 6th. Reds have pulled ahead of the Cubs 5-3. Cowan with his 4th of the year for the Cubs. Ellsworth and Maloney still going there. Maloney looking for his 8th win. Top the fourth from Comiskey. Senators and White Sox scoreless. Hannon and Steve Bushart pitching in that one. And in the fourth from Milwaukee, the Braves lead the Cardinals 1-0. Roger Craig and Jack Fisher looking for a sixth win, pitching for the Braves. Batty is 0 for 1 with a walk. McNally delivers, and there's a fly ball right center. Back goes Bowens to the wall, and he makes the catch for the first out. So I'll bring up Bernie Allen, who's 0 for 2. McNally delivers, and there's a ground ball to Aparicio. Over to Seaburn, and there's 2 outs. So I'll bring up Bill Fisher. Well, pinch hitter, I'd imagine. Bill Fisher did not have any at-bats. And Don Mincher, again, the computer really didn't read that situation right. Lefty against lefty here. To be fair, McNally against lefties allowed them to hit 272. But Mincher hit 136 against lefties and 255 against righties. So Mincher at 157, 3 homers and 10 RBI on the year, a 23 home run hitter in real life. Here's the pitch. Mincher lines that one to right. Bowens has it, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Stretch time. And Crab Cakes on 34th straight. It's 7-1 Baltimore. So Bill Pleiss is the new pitcher for the Twins. 2-1 on the cyber season with a 1 save and a 4.35 ERA. In 10 innings, he's allowed 11 hits, a homer, walked 7, and struck out 9. And he'll face Powell, Bowens, and Orsino here in the bottom of the 7th. Powell is 2 for 3. A single, a double, a scored twice, and driven in 2. Pierce delivers, struck him out. So an 0-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. And now I'll bring up Sam Bowens, who has doubled, homered, is 2 for 3, driven in 2, scored once, and struck out. An eventful day for Mr. Bowens. Please delivers, and there's a fly ball to left. Killebrews there, 2 out. Johnny Orsino, the batter. Johnny 1 for 3, single and RBI, and a strikeout. Please hopes to get through this inning clean. He should. Popped up for Salas is there. Makes the catch, and that retires a side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 7, it's an Oriole day. They lead 7-1. Speaking of 7-1 leads, Tommy John and the Indians have it now in the 7th. Over the Tigers. McNally gets the fatigue warning. He's still strong. This is the 4th time through the lineup. And 102 tiny pitches, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run it was earned, walked 2 and struck out 3. He would lead off the bottom of the 8th, possibly. Let's see how he does this inning. Rosales is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Here's a fly ball to right. Bowens has it, 1 out. Vic Power, the batter. Vic is 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Got that run in the 6th, was driven home by Bobby Allison. Power swings, another fly ball to right. Bowens is there, and makes a tremendous catch. He collided with Brandt and held on to the baseball. The wind is kind of tricky. It's now blowing in from right center at 15, and I don't think they hurt each other. And so it was Bowens' play all the way. Brandt kind of got lost in there. They collided shoulders and hips, but Bowens hung on. So it's why it's a web gem. Here's Rich Rollins. He's 2 for 3, singled and doubled today. Now he delivers, ball 4. So I'll bring up Bob Allison. Bob, sac fly and a walk. He's 0 for 1. The RBI is his 33rd on the year. McNally delivers, got him. He swung on an 0-2 pitch. He looked at an 0-2 pitch for strike 3. So through 7.5, no runs, no hits, no errors again for the Twins. Baltimore comfortably 7-1. So we'll give McNally a chance here for the complete game. We'll let him hit. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Now his 2 on the year, double his real life total. Please will pitch inning number 2. And McNally strikes out. 1-2 pitch swung on him. His Please should go about 30, so he's comfortable to pitch the inning. Senators lead the White Sox 3-0 in the 4th. Jackie Brandt 0 for 2. Walked twice and struck out. Please 4 outs recorded and 2 strikeouts. He delivers. Brandt flies this one to right. Allison comes in for the out. 2 out for Aparicio. Louis 1 for 4. Singled and scored a run. Scored that big run. Stole second and got third on that error. And that really changed the entire complexion of the game from the start. And Aparicio draws a walk. Let me tell you, if you watch this whole thing, if you remember, if you're old enough to remember, when the San Francisco Giants held night games in the 80s that went extra innings, if you stayed through the whole thing, they handed you a pin called the quad candlestick, a medal for sticking it out on those cold upper decks on those chilly summer nights on Candlestick Point. So you got a reward for sticking it out, and go get yourself a thing of cookies for sticking this one out, because this game's been over for a while. Here's Bob Johnson. He's 1 for 4 with a single, a run scored, and an RBI. Please delivers, and Johnson draws a walk. So 2 quickly out here for the Orioles with 2 out. For Norm Seaver. Norm has walked 3 times, scored twice, and singled. He's 1 for 1. Pitch from Please. He got him. So a swing and a miss for strike 3. We go to the 9th. It is 7-1 Baltimore. McNally will try to get the complete game. He'll face Killebrew, Hall, and Batty here in the 9th. So we'll give you a look at the scoreboard as the cat walks across the screen. Top 7 in New York. Good day for Mickey Mantle. He's 3 for 4. The Yanks lead the Angels 6-4. Downing still pitching. Joe Sparma's in relief in the bottom of the 7th for Detroit. Cleveland leads 7-1. Tommy Johnson gets first win of the year. Top 8 in Cincinnati. The Reds lead the Cubs 5-3. Ellsworth and Maloney still going there. Washington 3-0 over the Shy Sox in the bottom of the 4th. And the Cardinals lead the Braves 3-1 at the top of the 5th. Craig and Fisher there. So here we go. Killebrew 1 for 2. Leads us off. Ground ball to third. Robinson bang bang to Seaburn for the out. 1 out. Jimmy Hall the batter. Jimmy's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. McNally delivers. There's a line drive, and Bowens is there and right for the catch. So Batty, the last hope for the Twins this afternoon. 0 for 2 with a walk. McNally delivers, and it's ball 4. Actually, it was a 2-2 pitch that was swung on and missed. How about that? And Orsino let Batty reach. So an extra batter here for McNally. Bernie Allen is 0 for 3. And Jerry Zimmerman will pinch hit. Zimmerman at 267. No homers and an RBI. 12 RBI in real life. McNally delivers, and there's a line drive right center. That will be an extra base hit. Brandt throws it into Aparicio, and then they won't. Oh, they'll have to announce the pinch hitter. It won't be Place. It will be Tony Oliva, who did not hit against McNally, at 417, 14 homers and 35 RBI. And a nice hand for McNally as Harvey Haddix comes in. To face him. So Haddix 1-0 on the year with a save, a 5.79 ERA. 4 innings, 7 hits, a home run. He's walked 1 and struck out 5. So lefty on lefty here in the top of the 9th. The Orioles need 1 out to put this one away. Batty on third, Zimmerman on second. Addicts delivers, and there's a fly ball to the left. That should end it. Boog Powell is there, and it does end it. That's the ball game. So the Orioles get one they really need. The final 7-1. So Dave McNally, your game MVP. It took 2 hours and 45 minutes to play this one. And so it was a 5-run first in Baltimore. I mean, this game was really over from the start. They sent 8 to the plate. Bob Johnson scored Aparicio to make it 1-0. Boog Powell then had a 2-run double to make it 3-0. Sam Bowen's blast to right and left center, his third of the year, to make it 5-0. Then in the third, Baltimore nearly batted around again, sending 8 to the plate, scoring 2 on 3 hits and 2 walks. Johnny Arcino and Dave McNally both with RBI singles. That made it 7-0. The Twins cut it to 7-1 in the sixth. Bob Allison with the sac fly to make it 7-1. Sam Bowens went 2 for 4 for Baltimore with a double, homer, and 2 RBIs. Norm Sebring drew 3 walks, 1 for 2, and scored 2 runs. Dave McNally pitched a solid 8 2/3 for the win. He allowed 1 earned run, 5 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 5. He goes to 3-3 on the year. Lee Stang did not pitch well. 2 2/3 innings, 7 earned runs, 8 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He drops to 2-1. Let's briefly go through what else happened in baseball. The Yankees did beat the Angels 6-5. Downing goes to 3-1. Pobolinski goes to 2-4. The Indians 11-3 over the Tigers. The Reds hang on to beat the Cubs 5-0. Jim Maloney wins his 8th, by the way. Ellsworth loses his 6th. The Senators beat the White Sox 4-2. Hannon with a win. Buzzhart with a loss. Braves beat the Cardinals 5-4. You'll see the Cardinals next Wednesday against the San Francisco Giants. Hal Fisher 6-1. I think I called him Jack. It's Hal. Roger Craig goes to 2-2, and Eddie Tiefenauer picks up his 3rd save. The Giants beat the Pirates, so the lead is now 4.5 in the National League. Gaylord Perry with a win. He's 2-0. Bob Friend with a loss. He's 2-3. Houston beat the Mets 3-1. Owens with a win. Galen Cisco with a loss. Woodashik with his 8th save. Houston, by the way, 14-26, 16 back. Athletics beat the Red Sox 8-3. Big John Wyatt with a win, his first of the year. Dick Raditz takes the loss. Dodgers beat the Phillies 7-2. Phil Ortega with a win. Bennett with a loss. Doubleheader at Colt Stadium. The Colts beat the Mets 9-1. Johnson with a win. And the game you just saw, Baltimore 7, Minnesota 1. So Wednesday it's the Cardinals and the Giants from St. Louis. And I'm assuming Saturday we'll get a rare shot of those awful Red Sox as they travel to Minnesota to face the Twins. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett for Retro Sports Network. We'll talk to you the next time.